South Florida for hosting us. And a month from today, we'll be in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia, making history with these great fighters on the stage. We have PFL champs versus Bellator champs. This is really an unprecedented event in MMA. I mean, many fans have been talking about it for years, other promotions, but we put it together, and I'm so proud on that. On the heels of the Bellator acquisition, we can now present the very best of MMA in an event such as this, where these fighters, at the end of the year, each year, will cap it off by kicking off the upcoming season, both for PFL and Bellator, which will continue under the Professional Fighters League platform, a major tentpole event. PFL champs versus Bellator champs. Think of it as MMA's all-star game. Every year, a tentpole event. This will be long-term. This is not just a one-off. So I'm really excited, I'm really proud, and I'd also like to thank our partners at DAZN. Their global pay-per-view platform will distribute this event, in addition to our partner ESPN Plus in the US. And before we turn the attention to the fighters on the stage, the champs versus champs card, and all the conversation, all the questions that the media has, I also want to talk about what to expect from the Professional Fighters League in 2024. Now, we have 4 franchises. We're launching our pay-per-view division, PFL Super Fights, with this event February 24th in Riyadh. This will be the first of many major pay-per-view events with the top talent in the world. So we'll have at least 2 events globally in 2024, once again this being the first. And then we have our global PFL season roster. And now that roster, we have PFL athletes, those returning champions, those top talent looking to make it to the PFL championship for that $1 million prize. Well, half the roster will now be made up of Bellator fighters. We haven't made the announcement of who's coming into that journey and that path. We'll be announcing that in the coming months. But the league season launches in April, but stacked with talent, and that journey will continue as the #2 franchise. And then the offshoot of the global season, we're creating the Champions League of MMA. That PFL platform, or the PFL season format, where fighters compete in the regular season, playoff, and championship. That global season roster is now second to none, with Bellator fighters, with PFL fighters, and regionally around the world. Really proud of last year. We launched PFL Europe, the successful inaugural season. We broke records in Paris this past October with PFL Europe's playoff event. 1.3 million views in France. We made it the largest, most viewed MMA event in French television history. We just sold out in 3 hours our next event in Paris, which will be in early March, actually a week after Champs versus Champs, or about 10 days after that. So there's a lot of momentum at the global level, at the regional level in the sport. We're certainly paving the way for the next generation of great athletes and champions. But in addition to PFL Europe, in 2024, we launch our second international league, PFL MENA. It will be based in Riyadh. The best fighters from throughout the Middle East will compete in that season format. So we're really proud of that. And then over the next 2 seasons, I can assure you, we'll have 6 international PFL leagues up and running to create in-region competition, pan-regional competition among these athletes, giving these fighters the opportunity to earn their way to regional champions, and then they'll have a pathway to PFL Global, to potentially make it to the global PFL season, and now to potentially make it to the Bellator platform. And on the Bellator platform, our 4th franchise. Once again, pay-per-view super fights, global season, PFL international leagues, and 4 now Bellator Champions Series. So in 2024, we'll have Bellator fighters champions. Starting in March, in Belfast, we will kick it off, where the reigning Bellator champions will continue their journeys to defend those titles. Multiple title fights on every card. This product will continue to be global. We'll stage the majority of the events throughout Europe, Ireland, Paris, Paris, London, in addition to the Middle East, Asia, and there'll be events right here in the U.S., both West Coast and East Coast. We'll be announcing those details in the coming weeks, but those are the 4 franchises, 30 global events, and you know, we're going to continue to advance and grow the sport with the greatest minds in sport and MMA and with the greatest athletes right here on the stage. Once again, we're really proud of these fighters and what they've achieved in 2023 and what they're going to prove in 2024. And getting back to this event, like I said, a lot of hardware. We'll see who's going to be the champion of champions at this event. There will be belts handed out. I mean, we have 3 current, matches where current champions are going to go after that. That title, that recognition, and then we have, in addition, we have former PFL and former Bellator champions mixing it up on this card, combined with an incredible showcase, roster of talent and matchups. So we're really going to put on a show. Super Fights is all about being a sports and entertainment spectacle, and now we're really proud, and I want to thank our partners in the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. We're proud to be part of the Riyadh season. It is the new fight capital of the world, and you can expect from the PFL, from the Professional Fighters League and Bellator, not only February 24th, but we'll have many additional events to come, not only in the coming years, but this year in KSA. So more to come on that. And now we'll turn our attention to why we're all here, champs versus champs. Thank you.